Hi, and welcome to Exercise, a Habit for Life. During this presentation, you'll need to have the Fitness Personality Quiz, quiz results, and SMART Goal Setting Worksheet. If you don't already have these printed out and accessible, pause the video now to print out these worksheets. Before you think about starting or changing your exercise habits, you'll want to take some time to reflect. Think about your answers to these questions. Are you bored with your current exercise routine or finding it hard to stay motivated? What kinds of activities do you enjoy? This is an important question because when movement is fun, it is so much easier to stay motivated. Physical activity should be fun. Also think about what kind of activities you did as a child that may be fun to revisit now. And consider, do you prefer working with a partner or doing things alone? Think about why you want to exercise. Finding your reason why can help you stay focused and determined when motivation is lacking. Maybe you'd like to prevent a disease that runs in your family, or you've recently been diagnosed with a disease that can be managed by exercise and nutrition. Or you might have found that you need to lose a few pounds to put yourself at a healthy weight. Maybe you feel more confident after exercising. Or do you need a reason to get out of the house, to do something fun with friends? Group fitness is a really good way to be social with others who have similar interests. Maybe you have a lot going on at work and you need something healthy to do to clear your mind. Whatever it is, find your own personal motivation. Let's find out a little more about your preferences in activity. Pause the video to take the fitness personality quiz. Don't overthink things. Just answer each question however you think it best describes you. Once you have tallied up your answers, look to see which letter you have the most of. A's, B's, C's, or D's. Now take a look at the answer sheet. Which is your fitness personality? Take a minute and pause the video so that you can read about your fitness personality and some suggested types of exercise for you. Now you have an idea of some things that would work for you, but where do you go from here? Setting goals will help you achieve what you want to do and make it easier to make lifelong changes. SMART goals are specific goals that will help you turn your dreams into reality. Let's dive into how we can turn our typical goals into SMART goals. SMART goals are specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. S is for specific. For example, rather than a typical goal of, I want to be more fit, you could make this goal more specific by refining your goal to, I want to increase my strength and flexibility. M is for measurable. How will you know if you have reached your goal? By detailing exactly how you will work on your goal, you will be able to confidently say whether or not you reached your goal. So you might say, I will attend a weightlifting class 2 times per week on Tuesdays and Thursdays. The A is for attainable. You want to make your goal something you can reach. For example, if you have never run a day in your life, you don't want to immediately make your goal to break a 7-minute mile. Instead, your starting goal might be, I will be able to run 2 miles within 25 minutes. As a note, always remember to check with your doctor to make sure that certain activities are compatible with your health. R is for realistic. Set yourself up for success by making your expectations realistic. If you don't enjoy cold weather, don't start a running plan outside during the winter. Instead, maybe join a cycling class indoors to help you build your endurance. And remember to ask yourself, does this activity suit your fitness level? And finally, T is for timely. Give yourself a deadline to reevaluate and reset your goals. You might say, I will register for the softball team by the end of this month, or I will participate in a rec sport for the next 8 weeks. These ideas can help you get started on making exercise a habit for life. Number 1, determine what kind of activity you're interested in and search around to find places that offer this type of activity. Do your research and ask friends and coworkers about activities that they know about. Number 2, if the activity allows, give it a test drive. Don't settle on a class or activity that you're unsure about. Ask a gym if you can come sample a class. You want to make sure that you enjoy what you're doing. Number 3, find someone or something that helps you stay accountable. Some people do better with partners or having a fitness coach to keep them accountable. If this isn't you, use a journal to write down your progress, challenges, and goals. And number 4, have an alternative activity in place. Kids get sick, inclement weather happens. Have another activity in place so that you don't fall out of your routine. This might be an exercise DVD or YouTube video, or going for a walk, or something like that. Go ahead and pause this video one last time to fill out the SMART Goal Worksheet and fill it out with a SMART goal for you to work on this week. Keep in mind where you are now and where you want to go. When you're ready to take it to the next level, you may want to focus on getting to the guidelines set by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention if you aren't already. The CDC recommends that Americans should follow these guidelines for physical activity. Aim for 2 hours and 30 minutes of moderate activity, aerobic activity per week, or 1 hour and 15 minutes of vigorous aerobic activity per week, and 2 days of strength training per week. You can take the talk test to determine the intensity of your activity. During moderate activities, you are generally able to talk and hold a conversation. During vigorous activity, holding a conversation or saying more than a few words becomes difficult without having to stop to take a breath. You might be thinking, how could I ever exercise that much? Well, don't worry. SMART goals help you take gradual steps to get there. Check out these tips for fitting in fitness. First, increase the amount of time you spend on physical activity in 5 to 10 minute increments. Add just a little extra exercise to your usual activity routine. You could also gradually incorporate some vigorous aerobic exercise into your moderate level routine. Instead of only walking for 30 minutes, try incorporating jogging for 2 minutes after 5 minutes of walking. Find something new to give your routine some flair. If you aren't feeling challenged enough, you could always try something new. And finally, track your progress so you know how far you've come. There are a variety of activities for all fitness levels and interests. You just have to be willing to look for them. Which of these options that you see here would you enjoy? If you still aren't sure or are still struggling to think of an activity that you could think of as fun, think back to when you were a kid. As a child, you didn't grudgingly think, oh, I have to go exercise now. Rather, you excitedly thought, I'm going to go play. You would probably still enjoy your favorite types of childhood play now as an adult. If you enjoyed climbing trees as a kid, you might love rock climbing now. If your favorite thing to do was play yard games at the park with friends, you might enjoy playing team sports like volleyball or kickball now. If you loved to play tag as a kid, you would probably enjoy running now. people, apps really help them to track their progress, and they also keep them feeling accountable. You might find some of these apps here helpful. Remember, don't be afraid to try new things. Change can be scary, but is worth it. You never know what you're missing out on. Set goals for yourself and not for anyone else. By setting your own goals, you ensure success and you will enjoy your goals more. And, like we've mentioned before, do what you enjoy. Staying active should be fun. What action item can you commit to for this week? Choose one of these action items here, or make one of your own that you will do. Maybe you'll try a new activity you may be interested in. Get an exercise buddy to hold you accountable. Write down your why, or write down a plan and hang it somewhere that you'll see often. Thank you for joining us for Exercise, a Habit for Life. We wish you luck in the next step of your wellness journey.